I watched other nationalities walk through with no problem. And when it came to other black women, we all got stopped.
I will never go back to Dubai. Now, we know this is not the first time that we heard a young lady say, especially a sister say, that Dubai is not the place to go to if you're young, if you're black, and if you're a female. Some ladies have had great experiences and others have had trashy experiences. We're going to unravel this young lady's travel experience, but I'm not going to hold you up. We're going to dive deep into this video right now here on Travel Unravel. Let you guys see when it comes to her travel experiences in Dubai.
I like to party when I go on vacation. That's what I do. I also do like to experience new things. I like to be exposed to different cultures. I enjoy all of that, right? So this country is, it's not a particular place that I would need to visit again just based off of how strict the rules and laws are there as far as like what we could wear. For the most part, I got.
Okay, let's stop right there. Let's unravel this part of her travel so far. She already said she's a party girl. She likes to hang out. She likes the cultural side. Nothing wrong with all the things that she just mentioned. Here's the problem. You're going to the Middle East. Guys, if we're going to the Middle East, ladies especially, if you're going to the Middle East and you know that their cultural dress for men and women is different from the West, you need to ask yourself, should I be going there? Why do you think that going to the Middle East will be just like partying in other parts of the world? It's not the same. These locations aren't even known for partying. They're known for culture. They're known for religion. They're known for art and their architecture. But these places are not known for partying. Ladies, do not make the mistake of thinking, in other words, all parts of the world are the same, because they're not.
Receive stares for, having my shoulders exposed or my knees exposed. And mind you, it's 100 plus degrees. Most likely every day was over 120 degrees.
Did she not know this before she went to Dubai? Before she booked her ticket, before she booked her flight, before she decided to go there? Did she not know? Has she not seen YouTube videos letting her know, listen, this is how men and women dress in the Middle East. And if you're going to come to that part of the world, you're going to have to make adjustments. One of the problems that we're having as Americans is that we aren't flexible. We aren't willing to embrace other cultures as fast as we expect other cultures to embrace us in their own countries. We got to stop that, people. At the end of the day, we have to be ready to dress the part, act the part, and enjoy ourselves on our vacations, or we need to stay home.
I'm not comfortable being covered up. Like this, having this much covered was too much to be covered up for me, how hot it was. All right, so let's start from the beginning. From the moment we got off of the plane and we proceeded to customs, that set the tone for how I pretty much felt about Dubai the entire time I was there. So as we are getting ready to go through customs, we are stopped and asked where were we coming from. I told the young woman we were coming from Chicago. Then she proceeds to ask for my passport as well as my friend's passports, and she takes us one by one to different stations and pretty much goes through every inch of my carry-on bag. And when I say every inch, I'm not exaggerating. When I say she went through every single thing, she went through everything. She checked my wallet, went inside the pockets of my wallet, and asked me if I had weed, and asked me if I had CBD, if I had any drugs. She checked all of my makeup. She shook my bottles, and said, oh, this is really cute. This is a cute, like, ma'am, this is too much. Because as she was doing that, I'm watching them allow every other nationality to walk on past, and every black person that came through, they stopped and they checked each and every one of us. So I'm just keeping it all the way real. This is my experience, and this is exactly what happened. I watched other nationalities walk through with no problem, and when it came to other black women, we all got stopped. What is this about? So it already left.
We're going to stop right there for a split second. She said that she got checked by customs thoroughly. She said that she noticed that the black women, once again, she just said that. First she said black, then she said the black women were all stopped when it came to entering into the country. Realize this, guys, as we unravel her travel, that a lot of times customs is more thorough in other countries compared to the United States, and some countries are a little bit more lenient. If you come here to Colombia, you aren't doing as much as you would do going through customs in Colombia than you would do in the United States. Customs is a little bit more faster, more thorough, but a little bit more faster than the United States. United States, they ask you to do too much. So at the end of the day, you may have a different experience here in South America compared to Dubai or the United States. No customs agency is created equal. So let's come to that conclusion. Let's unravel that right out the gate. Secondly, when it comes to her situation, she doesn't realize that these are regular, everyday working people that are just following the laws of their country. And if they ask you if you have anything illegal, which is crazy why they would ask you instead of just searching for it, if they would ask you for any documentation, it's just a part of their job. Then you got to understand also in these countries, I know it doesn't feel fair. You're on vacation. You're having a great time. You've taken a long flight. You just want to get to your hotel room and just start your party and cultural experience. I got you. But guys, we got to come to a reality of certain things. While we may be on vacation winding down, these people are still at work in their country dealing with stressful 9-to-5 jobs. And they may be in a bad mood at that time period when you're coming through and when others are coming through. The other thing, when it comes to the racial issues, unravel this, guys. Do realize, yes, you're black. You are a black traveler. You are a black traveler in a world that has been manipulated by the white infrastructure. Do realize that. I live here in Colombia and they worship the feet that certain white people walk on. You go to China, they think being whiter and lighter is better. You go to parts of Europe where they're white as right out the gate. So you, no matter where you go, just because you're American, do realize that this complexion sometimes, not all the time, will have an impact on how people treat you. Now, here's your power. And I learned this from the book from Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. He said this in that book. And Viktor Frankl, just in case you don't know, Viktor Frankl was a Jewish psychiatrist during the time period of World War II. He was captured. He lost his family. He was put in a concentration camp, and he realized the power that he had over individuals when it came to how he decided that he was going to respond. They could do anything to Victor, but he decided that I would not give anybody power over how I respond to them. What's my point in saying that is, we don't have any power over what color we are. We don't have any power over how individuals look at us, but we do have power over many of our responses, especially when we're travelers in other countries. So let's continue to let her continue to speak, and we're going to continue to unravel her travel.
A nasty taste in my mouth before I've even gotten my luggage off of the plane. So now we fast forward, get my luggage off of the plane, and now we have another checkpoint to go through. And sure enough, as the sun rises and sets, we get stopped again. And this time my bag went through perfectly. I didn't have any problems, and neither did my other friend. But my other friend, she got stopped, and they went through her entire luggage, checked everything, and they stumbled upon a toothbrush. And they asked her, was it a fun toy? She told them that it was a toothbrush. Pop the top of the toothbrush off, you can see this is a toothbrush. So you really went through everything. So, because I'm assuming that fun toys, which we're talking about sex toys, because are not allowed over there. Okay. Also, another thing that this bothers me. Like, I'm very open with my sexuality, and I'm open with the things that I like to do. Not to say that I need to bring one with me, but I mean, it's nothing wrong with having a sex toy, at least not where I come from. So obviously in this country, no sex toys allowed.
Let's stop right where she is. Once again, you are not in your country. Let's realize this. If you're going to be a traveler, you're a passport sis, you're a passport bro, you're a blue book gentleman, you're a passport king, you have to come to certain conclusions. Men, it's easy for us to come to a conclusion with that. You rarely find men making these type of videos. I can't believe that they actually checked my bags thoroughly. You rarely find men that are like, oh my God, they asked me was a fun toy. Man would have said it's a toothbrush, but it depends on the female. It could have been a fun toy. It depends on the female. When I come back through customs, I might have a story for you, player. At the end of the day, men know how to take things logically and lightly. We know that nobody's personally attacking us. Nobody's arresting us. Nobody's stealing money from us. It's the first day. Hey, we realize, hey, I'm a brother. I understand that. I understand I might get stopped a little bit more. Is it fun for men? No. Do we like it? No. But have we learned to realize that it's a part of the travel experience in some countries? Yes. Do realize that. We have all type of experiences as men and women. Is it fair how they treat you women? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this. When you unravel her travel experience, she's laid down the foundation. She already said, going through custom already set up my experience for Dubai. She's let one or two people dictate how she's going to respond during a trip that she paid for in a country that she's renting a hotel from, food that she's buying, gifts and products that she's probably going to purchase to take back home. At the end of the day, the people of Dubai won. Guys, things will happen, especially to those of us that are of color. Once again, we do realize that people are out there to throw our vacations or our experience in their countries off course sometimes. But do realize not everybody's thinking like that. We're going to continue on with this video and continue to unravel her travel.
I can only imagine what was going to happen to her if she did have one. Well, you're going to take her to jail. So we will go ahead and fast forward. Moving on along through my trip, all of the activities that Destination Dubai coordinated for us was amazing. And I strongly suggest people to use them. If you are someone that wants to go to Dubai, I strongly suggest you go through Destination Dubai, because I don't know about how you all, when you go on girls trips, or even guys, if a guy is watching, if you're going on trips with your guys, like sometimes we, as black people, we hard to please and try to, as a collective, as a unit, it's hard to coordinate. And if you don't have somebody like really like making sure things get done, we won't do anything.
Now, I have to agree with her in regards to that one. She's 100%. That's why a lot of us guys, we don't travel in groups. And we don't really travel with groups of males and females. These black male and female travel groups, you never see me in one of those, ever. Shout out to you guys that do it. But you never see the guys that I know in travel groups. Because why? We many of the places that we go to, we know somebody that's already there. B, many of us like to link up once we get there and not try to link up on the same plane, same flight, same hotel room, same experience. We try not to do that. Every person among my group of friends and colleagues, we go to different locations, and we know that, hey, you might be in a hotel on this side of the city or on that side of the street, and you may meet a lady friend, or you may meet your homeboys, and you may not have time to hang out with a group. So for those of you that travel as ladies in a group for safety, I understand that. And some of you guys that travel with the ladies to make sure that the ladies have a safe and good experience, so you want that cultural experience, cool with you. But most of us that are true travelers, that are passport bros, and I talk about just once or twice a year, I'm talking about guys that really dedicated our lives to the severity of learning cultures through travel.
I feel like it was properly organized, and I feel like I was able to experience so many things in those 7 days. So overall, the actual activities were great. The things that I wasn't for is all of the rules, me having to be covered up. It just was a little too much for me because, again, it was extremely hot.
Let's stop again. I know I've been stopping this video several times over, but she keeps reiterating, I'm a free spirit. I am sexually liberated. If it was a toy, I don't need one, but just in case, got you, sister. I like to do my thing, even though you're headed to the Middle East. Did she not take 5th grade geography classes? Did she not sit back and look at one YouTube video of the weather in Dubai? Everybody knows that. That's like when somebody comes to South America and says South America is hot. It is South America. It's not North America where you get a little bit of cold up there. This is South America. We might get a little chill coming off the ocean, off the mountaintops, but most part it is 80 degrees on average in South America. It's the same thing when it comes to other countries. If you are not ready for the type of weather coming from Chicago, you Chi-Town people, want you to know, if you're not ready to go to Dubai, find another location in which you can be comfortable. But don't go somewhere just because you see everybody else going and you know that that's not the place for you. The dress is not for her. The culture is not for her. The lack of sexual liberation, she's already showed us, is not for her. How they behave and carry themselves and how they law their countries in regards to how customs is more strict, that's not for her. The weather is not for her. We've only watched maybe 5 minutes of this video and we've come to one conclusion. Dubai was never for her. Why am I saying this to you guys? While we're unraveling this travel, do realize not every culture, every country is in every city is for everybody.
You can see how hot I look in all these pictures. Like, I was so over the heat. So one of the activities that Destination Dubai planned for us was a yacht party, and it was 2 of them. It was either one in the afternoon or one at midnight. So we actually chose the midnight one because we thought, like, okay, we're gonna be outside, so definitely it should be cooler. No. It was 120 degrees when we got on that yacht. And do y'all know, when we got off of the yacht, it still was 120 degrees at 4 o'clock in the morning. So the weather, again, is unreal in my life. It was like basically being in a sauna for 7 days. That's how it felt. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody from going and experiencing things, because I'm going to still travel all over this world and I'm going to be in many of hot places, right? But wherever I go next, I better be able to be naked.
So we're going to stop the video right there because she's already informed us. Basically, she's going to do what she wants to do in any country that she wants to do it in. And she's right. Basically, if you're not ready for the weather, you're not ready to experience what the weather is like there, don't go to that country. Because at the end of the day, nothing's going to change culturally or weather-wise in that particular country. So for the rest of the video, she's basically talking about the travel agency. We're going to stop right here. And at the end of the day, we're going to put the information about that agency in the description of this video for you guys that want to go to Dubai and enjoy yourselves. This is the second time that we've had a young lady, one of our sisters, actually complain about Dubai. This young lady here, she felt an injustice by way of how customs treated her and the weather was. Therefore, her experience was not as good as she felt it would be in Dubai, one of the hottest regions of the world. Guess she won't be going to Australia or parts of Africa anytime too soon. But before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's a brand new channel. We already got enough channels, I know. We got Mostly Money TV. Make sure you subscribe to that. We got Love Crossing Borders. Make sure you subscribe to that. We got Andrea Wales TV, 1L. Make sure you subscribe to that. And also this channel, Travel Unraveled. Click that subscribe button. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. I'm up out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video that's coming through. We're going to continue to showcase lessons that I learned from other individuals' vacation experiences here on Travel Unraveled. I'll talk to you guys later.